So we're going to set a G54 offset. Now I'm holding the camera myself, so video may be a little jerky. We'll see how things go. So I have the chuck and the spindle, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my edge finder and my little chuck key, stick the edge finder in the chuck just like you would with a normal machine, tighten it up. Now, to turn the spindle on, I'm going to come up here to the setup menu, and I'm going to come down to spindle. Click on that, brings up this little spindle window. Now I can select the actual speed here, more or less, and I'm going to bring it down to somewhere here, or I can type in the actual RPM. So I can type in, say, 1000, and then I can click spindle state on to turn on the spindle. Spindle's now on, and when I click done, it won't turn off the spindle. Now I'm going to jaw using the methods I showed you earlier. So I'm going to click on keypad, continuous fast, and so now I'm going to jog over. What I'm going to do is I'm using this round saw. So first I'm going to touch off on the side of the of my hard jaw here, and then I'm going to touch off right in the center by comping over half of my diameter. So first I'm going to touch off on the X. And touching off on the X involves just the same as any other machine, moving over. And then I'm going to move down. So this machine only moves at 25 inches a minute rapid, which is, you know, reasonable for such a small machine, but nothing near the speed of one of our larger machines. So now I'm going to come over. When I get close, slow down to medium, and then go 10,000ths at a time, until I touch, and then go back off, then go 1 thou at a time. There, it's shifted just like it would on a manual machine. So now I'm going to set it. So to set my X0, I'm currently 100 thou to the left of my hard jaw there. So I'm going to say we're X plus 100,000. So I'm going to come down here to the machine info window. I'm going to right click on the XYZ. I'm going to go down to set position. Gives me my set position dialog. I'm going to say we're at X, 0.1, click OK. There. I've now set X. You can see X has come up to 0.1. Now I'm going to set Y. So now I'm going to go select keypad again, because whenever I bring up a window, the keypad button unchecked. Go to continuous, and I'm going to stay on medium this time. Now what I've got to do is I've got to move into the center of that, of my disc there in X, so I can touch off right on the tip. So in order to do that, I'm going to add half the radius, and then I'm going to just wrap it over there in machine coordinates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure that disc. I'm going to take my calipers here. Got some digital calipers. Turn them on. I'm going to measure it. You might not want to do this with the thing on, but I see it's 1 inch. So I'm going to move over half 500 thou. So now what I can do is I'm going to simply go to here. I'm going to click on the new button right up here on the corner to bring up a new program. And I'm going to simply type in G0 X0, or actually G0X.5. That'll bring me to half an inch away. So now I'm going to click cycle start. Run. It ran, but it turned my spindle off, like any normal program does. So now I'm going to come over here and click on the spindle button. turn it back on to the same speed I had it before. Now I'm going to come up a little bit. I clicked on keypad, came up, and now I'm going to jog in and touch off. There, I've touched off, so now I'm going to go down to 1,000. There. Now I can turn off the spindle, because I don't need it anymore, and now I'm going to set it. Now I'm minus 0.1 here currently from that corner. So I'm going to come down here to my XYZ, right click, set position. And I'm going to go to Y, and I'm going to say I'm minus 0.1. There, now I've just touched off. I've set my X and Y 0. Now, X and Y 0 is going to be that virtual corner there. If I'd had a square piece, it would be right in the corner. But since I've got a round piece, in my program I have X and Y 0 to be right in the center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jog up. I'm going to go to continuous, jog up. And then I'm going to type in G0, X.5, Y.5. And then I'm going to hit cycle start. I get up this run dialog, run program. Now, I'm right in the center. So now I'm going to set this to X and Y 0. So, to set this to X and Y 0, I'm going to come down here, I'm going to click set position. I'm going to say X, 0, 0. I'm not going to touch the Z location. I do never want to touch this Z location here. I now want to set my Z height. So I have my tool in my spindle. I'm now going to jog down and touch off, just like I would with a manual machine. So I'm going to come over here to keypad, fast, continuous, come down until I'm about an inch away from the part. Slow down to medium. Now I'm going to go to 10,000ths, come down until I'm really close, and then to 1,000ths. Now I'm going to take my piece of paper, and I'm going to touch off. I don't have a really good way to hold my camera here. So you'll see me kind of messing with it. So I'm pressing the minus button. Every time I do it goes down 1,000. Okay. Now the paper will not move, just barely. That's Z0. So now I'm going to tell it that it's Z0. So I'm going to come over here to my screen. I'm going to go to the Tools menu. I'm going to go to Set Up Library. Now I come over here. I select Tool 6, which is the tool I've got in there, and I hit the Current Z button. I click Apply and OK. So to run a program, what I'm going to do is I'm going to first open my program. I'm going to click either File Open or click this little Open button right up here. Click Open. Get my normal file dialog. I'm going to find my file, my flash drive. So the file I want is Microphone Hinge Mail 2. It's an NC file. Click on that, Open. I now have my file here. Now I can run. So now I'm going to simply come over here and hit Cycle Start. Start at line 1, run. Now, I've got a T6, M6 in there, so it's going to bring it up and ask me to change the tool. It says Insert Tool Now. So now I have to press Enter or F5 or click on the Cycle Start button. So I'm going to hit F5. Now, sometimes it gives a warning fourth axis is ignored. We can just ignore this. It's because we have an A0 in the program. This is something Mastercam does, just ignore it.